talking away. I don't know what.
When The Last of Us Part 2 dropped, most fans focused on the revenge, the heartbreak, and the violence. But beneath all the emotion lies a much darker, overlooked thread. What if Ellie is already infected again? But this time, it's not just a repeat, it's something worse. The game might have quietly been trying to tell us this all along, and in this video, we are going to break down every hidden clue that points to Ellie's second infection, one that might have been mutating right under our noses.
I'll be gone in a day or two.
In the first game, Ellie is the miracle. Her brain holds a mutated version of the Cordyceps fungus, making her immune but not cured. She is not free of the fungus, it's simply not affecting her the way it affects others. She is a carrier, a host, but asymptomatic, and that raises one important question. Can an immune person be reinfected by a different strain? Or worse, can the dormant fungus evolve inside them? Fungi adapt. Cordyceps is shown in the game to mutate across regions and environments. It created stalkers, bloaters, shamblers, and eventually ratkins. What if Ellie's own infection, her immunity, was just the start of a slow transformation? Here's something most players glossed over. Ellie still wears a mask in spore-filled areas during the game, particularly when she is with other people. While she does remove it when alone, like in the flashback with Joel in the museum, why does she need it at all? Infected individuals don't need masks, but maybe Ellie is not as immune as she used to be. Is she protecting others from herself or hiding that she has changed? There is also an odd moment when Dina is shocked to discover Ellie is immune, but Ellie's insistence on secrecy feels more like shame or fear. Is it because her infection is no longer harmless? Ellie's dream in Part 2 becomes increasingly disturbing. We see her constantly reliving the moment of Joel's death, but also scenes tied to her time with the Fireflies and her own past at the hospital. But there's something deeper here. Her dreams feel more than emotional. They are obsessive, hallucinatory, and borderline delusional. One dream in particular, Ellie walking through the Firefly hospital where she was prepped for surgery, shows her finding Joel in an operating room only to wake up breathless and rattled. Could these dreams be more than PTSD? Cordyceps is shown to affect the brain before it controls the body. What if her vivid nightmares are the early neurological symptoms of the reawakened or mutated infection? Ellie is not okay in this game, mentally or physically. She limps more as the game progresses, she gets winded quicker than in the first game. By the final showdown with Abby, she is pale, shaky, and mentally deteriorating. Her fingers are missing, but her focus on continuing the mission feels almost inhuman. Is this just trauma, or is her body slowly being overtaken by a unique evolution of the fungus, one that isn't immediately turning her into a monster, but is corroding her piece by piece? Remember, the infection in The Last of Us has a progressive nature. The infected slowly lose humanity over days or weeks. Ellie may not be on a traditional timeline, but what if her infection is finally waking up, not to kill her, but to use her? One scene that is hauntingly poetic is the moment Ellie plays the guitar in an abandoned house. It plays an off-tune lullaby, broken and slow. She stares at it for an uncomfortably long time. This moment mirrors her internal state, something beautiful, now corrupted. It's a brilliant piece of environmental storytelling by Naughty Dog. The guitar could be a metaphor for Ellie herself, the perfect immune vessel now slowly breaking from within. By the end of the game, Ellie loses Joel, Jesse, Dina, her child, her fingers, and her ability to play guitar, and most importantly, her sense of self. The farmhouse is empty and she is all alone. Her decision to leave everything after years of chasing revenge doesn't feel like redemption, it feels like resignation. When she pulls down the guitar and walks away into the woods, there is a strange calm. She's not crying, she's not screaming. It's as if she knows something we don't. Could this be that she's walking towards the fireflies, not for a cure, but to tell them it's back? The rat king in the hospital is one of the most terrifying enemies in the game, a fusion of multiple infected into a grotesque hive mind. But here's the creepiest theory. What if that's Ellie's future? Not as a literal rat king, but as a living host for a new evolutionary form of Cordyceps, a sleeper strain, one that could infect others not through spores or bites, but through prolonged contact, birth, or even proximity. Remember, Ellie has spent years killing infected, walking through spores, interacting with all kinds of variations of the fungus. Her body may have absorbed dozens of strains. What if one finally found a way to push back? Whether it's true storytelling, symbolism, or gameplay mechanics, The Last of Us Part 2 leaves us subtle hints that Ellie's journey might not be over, or that it might end up in a way no one expected. Not with a bullet, not with peace, but with a transformation. Naughty Dog doesn't give us all the answers, but if we connect the dots from her declining health and vivid dreams to her changing behavior and marked silence, one terrifying possibility stands out. Ellie may already be infected again, and this time the world won't survive what's inside her. Like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, do you think Ellie is already turning? Or is this all trauma and symbolism? Either way, something's definitely not right, and we might just be one game away from finding out the truth. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.
To be safe than sorry.